What's going on, my beautiful people? Welcome back. Good morning, good evening, good night to wherever you are in the world today. I'm very excited to show you all this one as well, because as soon as I saw my boy Alex he win a gold medal in these, I knew I had to comp. Alex he is a triathlete. He won the Olympics last year and he was rocking the FuelCell SuperComp Elite 4 in his 10K race. Also, there's a lot of mixed reviews when it comes to the SuperComp. I don't typically test super shoes because I'm not fast enough. That's just what it is. And then I'm not training for any marathons currently, so there's no need for me to buy super shoes. I typically just like the daily trainers, maybe the super trainers, but I still typically stay in my lane. But this time I had to step outside my lane because I saw these for a absolute steal on you know what, eBay. Found them on steal for eBay, so I had to cop. And I'm glad I did because the first impressions, and then I just got back from today. And then today I had my Sunday long run, and I got a lot of good things to say about them so far. So let's dive into it. But before we get into any of that, if you don't mind, like, comment, and subscribing. I do love interacting with you all. If this is something you wanted to see, or if you have any questions in particular to the shoe, let your boy know and we will talk about it. If you're new around here, what we like to do is we like to talk about the aesthetics, the upper, the midsole, and then the sole. So let's talk about the aesthetics. Aesthetically speaking, lovely shoe. I wouldn't rock these casually, but I love the form on these. I love the geometry, and I love the colorway, especially for Florida. This is a Floridian colorway. There is the all pink one that I really wanted, but I found these for a steal, so I ended up copping these. These are on sale, so I'll put the link in the description below. I don't get any affiliate marketing. I don't get any affiliate credits for it, but if you want to check them out, link in below. But aesthetically, these are a phenomenal shoe. I love the details that they put on the midsole. I love the details on the upper. And I love all the New Balance hits. In my opinion, this is a absolute dunk. Off the backboard, reverse, slam dunk. I love these shoes, and I am going to enjoy continuing running in these as well. Again, aesthetically, midsole is on point, upper is very nice, and the colorway is definitely a win in my opinion. You got that super bold hit on the lateral side, New Balance on the medial side. You have the smaller hit on New Balance as well. You got the SuperComp Elite on the midsole or on the heel collar, phantom fit on the top. Also, FuelCell there as well. I love running in these. They look good on foot, and they look good with crew socks. I love wearing my crew socks. Midsole is removable, so if you have your own insoles, you can remove the insoles in the FuelCell and the SuperComp, so that is also good news. All right, so let's talk about the upper. I went true to size in this, size 13. I didn't size up or size down. I went true to size and it fit like a glove. The upper is an engineered mesh upper, also known as the phantom fit. There's also zones for structure and breathability. This is a very breathable shoe. If you're familiar with the Rebel V4, the upper is identical as the Rebel V4. It reminds me a lot. Also, in the Florida heat, these performed extremely well. I have an integrated tongue, so the tongue is stitched at the very bottom, but it is not gusseted. The only riff I have with the FuelCell SuperComp 4 is the tongue, extremely small. It just gets stuck under your laces. It's just annoying. You have to relace them, but the tongue, it was fixed on the 5, so no problem there. Now, the heel collar is padded. It is structured, very nice touch to it. It is very it's uncommon to see such a structured heel collar on a super racer, on a super shoe, particularly for a marathon shoe like this. But the downside of having this particular heel collar is you do get some hot spots. So I did get some rubbing on my right foot, my right Achilles. I did not blister, but I felt like if I ran even further, I would probably blister. I'm assuming it's because I haven't fully broken in my pair. Only time will tell, but I had to mention that. So one of the pros about the upper is it's very lightweight and it's extremely breathable. One of the cons about the upper is the heel collar, giving you potential blisters. Also the tongue being too short and getting caught under your laces. So let's talk about the moneymaker, the midsole. The midsole is where the money happens. Priced at 250 big bucks. Can you believe that? Retail at 250. I didn't pay that at all. I paid 120 off of eBay for a brand new pair. 40 millimeters in the heel, 36 millimeters in this forefoot, giving you a 4 millimeter drop, which is chef kiss in my opinion. That 4 millimeter drop is extremely smooth. You do have a carbon plate. It's the Energy Arc. And the midsole is 100% PIBA based and it's bouncy. I don't know if I prefer the ATPU from the Puma DV8 Nitro Elite 3 or if I prefer the 100% PIBA and the FuelCell, but they remind me a lot of each other, especially the initial step in and the propulsiveness, I guess, from both of them. Maybe I'll do a comparison of those two going later on, but yeah, when I was running my long run today, it just reminded me a lot of the Puma. That is also a phenomenal shoe as well. So that Energy Arc is a full-length carbon plate with a middle channel, creates a trampoline effect. But I honestly really noticed this at marathon pace or even faster, so I'm really putting some force into it. It does bounce right back off the ground. It's a very, very bouncy shoe, very energetic shoe, and it's probably the best thing about this 100% PIBA midsole. I'm definitely going to be using this for a half marathon and my long distance training. I'm excited to put some miles in these babies. Now, I'm a slower guy, relatively speaking, and I can still get jiggy with this. I run my easy runs anywhere between 8:15 to 8:30. This shoe gets the job done. It makes those runs extremely fun. So the ride is smooth. It's very propulsive, surprisingly forgiving for a super shoe. So let's move on to the outsole. Minimum rubber coverage, but there is coverage in the high wear zones for weight saving. As you can see, it's already chewed up. Also to note, when it comes to the midsole, if you're a forefoot striker, it's much more firmer in the forefoot and in the midfoot than it is in the heel. If you're a heel foot striker, you would also enjoy this a lot because in my opinion, it's a lot softer, especially through that transition. It gets much more firm, so it's a much more comfortable ride if you're a heel striker. Forefoot and midfoot striker, it's going to be a different experience because it is firmer in the forefoot and midfoot than it is in the heel. I haven't ran in the rain yet, but I did run in grass and in some sand and it's done okay. So we'll have to see what it does in wet conditions. I'll keep you posted on that. My initial assumptions is this is durable enough to get to the distance, so I can probably get 200 miles out of this before I see any significant deterioration. But again, only miles will tell. Now let's talk about who this shoe is for, if I'm being proper. If you can find it at a steal, then I would probably use this for a training shoe because it is very fun, very bouncy, very lively. If you are a bigger runner like myself, I'm 6'6", 215, you can probably get a lot out of it. This is a very good mix of cushioning and speed, and you don't have a lot of harsh ground feel, which is why I think bigger runners would gravitate toward this as well. And if you don't like the Vaporfly or you don't like the Endorphin Elite, these are also a solid option. If you are somebody who enjoys the Puma DV8 Nitro Elite 3, I think you would also enjoy these as well. So in a nutshell, the New Balance SuperComp Elite 4 is a great option. That new PIBA midsole, chef kiss in my opinion. It has a blend of comfort and it has great energy return, especially at the fastest paces. I think so far I'm going to put the stamp as this might be big body certified. My opinion may change, but as of right now, I don't think it will. I think this is a bang bang chicken and shrimp hit. Anyways, that is all I got for you today. I will see you when I see you. If you have any questions or if I missed anything, let your boy know and we can talk about it. Until then, I'll see you when I see you. Peace.